Ridiculously easy for anybody, anywhere to create, publish, and launch their own social games right from their Facebook page. So Facebook has the iframe, which right in the middle of every fan page. And in next month, it's going to be the only way to publish content onto your fan page.
1 minute.
I'm
kidding.
It's going to be the only way to publish content onto your fan page. So it's this great, rich environment that brings in all sorts of the functionality from the web into the social space, connected to the social graph. So I have to wonder then, why do so many Facebook fan pages suck? They're boring. Right? They're boring because all you do is you write a message, you post a picture, someone clicks on it, they put a comment, nothing happens. Well, there's another alternative. If you have 20 million fans and an ad budget out the wazoo, you can get a sick Facebook page with good content that gets you rich integration. You can understand your users. You can actually get their email addresses because they authenticate to your page. But you know what? Doing this is expensive, and it's hard. You have to hire developers, you have to get your own servers, you have to have your own robust CMS and the backend running it all, and that's why nobody does it, except for these guys. When you look at how people spend time on Facebook, so many people are spending time in Farmville and Cityville, because those are great. So how do we get all of those people onto our fan pages? Plus, at the end of the day, the analytics that are provided don't allow us to understand our own users, our fans. We can't see them because they're just seeing us through the fan page. The analytics are cool looking, but they don't go very deep. And they don't allow us to reach out directly to them, so you got no user base. So that's where we start off. We create something that, yes. So our demo, we've had some connectivity issues. We do have a live demo, so we'll show it to you afterwards, but we're having some connectivity issues, so it's totally awesome. So that's it. It's plain. But we do have the screenshots of it that we took just in case it went down. So as a user, you come into the app, and so this is just a screenshot of the live demo. So it's live at getsnapgames.com. You come in, you see the game, you pick the game that you want to pick. To start off today, we have the live trivia game. We have 12 more games that are coming out in the next couple weeks, some of which are premium, most of which are free, all of which get your fans information. And you click on the trivia game, it puts you through a really simple form where you put in the information about your game. You put in trivia questions based on your app and on your
2 minutes.
On your fan page. You serious this time? Okay. Keep going. So just to skip forward, the user comes to it. We had a Startup Weekend Boulder fan page that we created to just collect the game on it, asking people how next, and how many participants you have. It shows their awards. All the game logic is built in, right? So it's set up. Each game has complex game logic that we've baked into it already. And so that's fully managed. In a lot of the games, it's going to be customizable. In the first one, it's just straight out of the box. It's a 100 points question. Right? You can get awards. You can see it. What happens is your user comes, answers a question. They earn an award when they get to the next level. They share that award on their Facebook stream. That shows up to their 1,000 friends, none of whom are your fan. They click, I wonder about that. They click on that. Now they're back at your fan page.
1 minute.
And now go on. So we also give you, because users authenticated into your app, we also can give you much more robust analytics. So we can show you the analytics like Facebook does, go on. But we can also show you your exact specific high-ranking users. So now you can reach out to them because you have their email address because they authenticated with you. Right, go on. And then you can see exactly how this is going. This also creates a robust engine for market testing and using the application to actually test to test the market with your existing fans. So these are the people who are most loyal to you. You can drive new product ideas and new questions directly to your fans really easily. Next. So we built this on top of a SOA architecture. We've got an API that's launched that allows you to take this next to the rest of the web. So you can then use the CMS that we've built, the CMS for games, and deploy these games across the web, putting them on Twitter. You can launch this game as a Twitter game that people can respond to. We also have advanced publishing settings, and you can integrate that information back into your...
Thank you, Yoav.
Yeah.
questions from the judges, please. I gave you an extra 5 seconds.
I appreciate it. Judges?
So, just because it's totally clear to me, so is this companies that are using
You
this?
speak
or
up, Nicole, please. Sorry.
I'm never told
I
I'm not-
can hear you.
Yeah.
You're the first person that told me I wasn't loud enough.
So here's the target market.
Yeah, my question is this companies that are using this, or me as an individual, can I put this on my...
Anybody with a fan page. And so actually the first screen that we come to asks you if you manage a fan page or not. And if you don't manage a fan page, in one click it sets up a new fan page for you. Right? So you can create a new fan page just for your game.
You should talk to this company that I saw pitch just a little while earlier, 6th Gear.
Yeah.
I bet they could really use your stuff to help promote their...
You know, I think most companies, in fact, all of you guys should go to getsnapgames.com, seriously, and sign up for the beta. You could be publishing a game on your company's fan page tonight. It's that easy. It's ridiculously easy. We're going to be live, and you can just get on there and publish it right now.
How are you going to make money?
Premium features, premium games. The simple games are free. So that, like the first couple, we have robust analytics. We also have microtransactions. So within the game, there, especially on the more compelling games and like the more feature-rich games that premium users are going to have access to, users are going to actually be playing those a lot. They begin to look a lot more like your City Build type of interactive games. And so for there, you're going to have virtual currency where you're using Facebook credits, so we're getting 70% cut of that. So actually, you as a content publisher using it would get a cut, we'd get a cut, Facebook gets a cut because it's a microtransaction that your users are using, plus you've paid us just to have access to it.
That's awesome. My brain just exploded.
So the other piece is that we have the targeted data because we can get those analytics on who's doing it, and so we actually have a better way to do targeted advertising to your fan base and your users.
So are you thinking of also taking the games and doing it like cross games as well? Like for instance, if Coca-Cola has it and Pepsi has it, for example, you've got 2 games going on at the same time. You've got cross-marketing potential. Well, okay, that's a bad one. Coca-Cola and I don't know what people would drink. Something else.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and that's another thing. We are able to do that if you don't pay for the premium service.
Okay.
So if you pay for the premium service, you can control that. If you don't, we can control that, and then we might. So that's why bigger brands would always be paying for the premium service.
Okay. How long have you guys been doing this? Or is it just out?
So we half the team comes from a company that we're building a social game that's based on a platform that we built out a lot of this to come into it with, but it was specifically for our one social game that's in a specific vertical. So now we've blown out that part of our architecture and made it available for the general public because we thought it was just so damn cool.
Cool.
Other questions from the judges,
Yeah.
please.
Hey, so based on what you just said, if you work for somebody else, the average typical employment agreement says that you're doing the same thing that you're working. Wouldn't that be theirs?
Don't.
Are you working? You said you were working for a game.
So we have a company who we're.
Oh, it's your company.
Yeah, it's our company. So yes. I know you have a fan page.
I do.
And so steaktoaster.net or whatever it is.
I'd also like to point out, I'm an API developer for this application, and just give a shout out to both SendGrid and Twilio, both of which we've already actively integrated with to help push communications the back end of this application.
Yeah, so SendGrid, Twilio, and it's and the Big Door API. So the Big Door API, which is helpful if you have 10,000 pages of content.
And a text
Yeah, and it's a text RCL company. And so Big Door is super helpful if you have tons and tons of content and all you need is a little scoreboard, but it's not going to give you the game itself. It won't manage the game dynamics. It won't actually create the thing that people play. It'll just keep track of it. So we built on them to keep track of all of our games.
Any more questions?
Yeah.
So there's a proliferation of games out there, and are you doing anything to help people choose what's the appropriate game for either their users or their content or their needs?
So for the to help the
person who's setting up a fan page with a game on it, like are they just randomly choosing a game that they think they'll like?
I think they're going to come in and look at examples of the games and see it. Premium customers would be able to buy additional like services as like an enterprise support, but at that point, if they are spending the money to have those services, they might also be employing an agency, which is probably building all of this stuff out anyway. So a lot of them are going to be doing it do-it-yourself, which is what this is designed for. So, yeah.
I know Facebook is kind of notorious for changing the way how their API works and their layouts. Do you guys have a plan? Like, because one thing that I've noticed is like, sure, a bunch of people made their fan pages and then they changed the size, like the width. What are you gonna do like in that situation? Like, if like let's say Coca-Cola goes and spends a crap load of money making a game, and then in a year from now that's not usable anymore because Facebook decided. Like, I just wanted to know how you're
Carly,
gonna
that's a
tackle that.
fantastic question, and it's really a big part of the value proposition of this game. Because if you as an individual company went out and hired developers and spent a ton of money on your own game, and then Facebook changed the rules, your contract with your developers might be over, right? Or your ad agency might be over. The game might still be living on your site, but you don't have ongoing support. Facebook changes something, shrinks it by 10 pixels, and now the whole thing blows up. That sucks. So that's why it's better to be building on top of the CMS platform that's adapting with Facebook as Facebook changes. So we'll be changing it and scaling it down. It's still your content coming through the CMS that we've built, which is with this like rich dynamic architecture.
Cool.
Any more questions?
Sweet, beer time. Thanks, guys.